so bad, or saw yourself only doing one thing so much. At any time you tried to put yourself in a different box that you think or you hear would be a good box to be in successfully, that you can't wrap your mind around it. I can't wrap my mind around anything else. I can't wrap my mind around anything else but being a singer. I can't fully wrap my mind around anything else but lifting people up. Howdy doody guys, how's it going? It's Mitchell D. Clear here. I hope you are doing wonderful. Hope you are doing well. As you saw, my nephew's in the back seat. I'm my baby girl that's here with us. This week has been very interesting. If y'all didn't see, I posted my sing-along kind of, I think I'm gonna call it Featuring Fridays. And it's going to feature like a genre and an emotion, something to like tag along with each other. And I'm going to do a lot of those. They're going to be like compilations, I guess, of songs for a certain emotion or certain thought. And I want those to portray whatever is selected properly. The songs that I chose for that other one, I don't know if they were chosen properly, but they did make me feel good. So for those who put in the songs, I really appreciate it. Shelby, thank you for putting in Tennessee Whiskey. Even though I butchered it with my raspiness, I appreciate you supporting the cause. And anybody else who put in the song, thank you for that. We are headed home. We're done for the day. I've just been feeling off today, and I think it's because last week I was really into this thing where I pop up, I do my thing. Mel Robbins, I believe her name is. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna have to post it in. But she has this thing called the 5-second rule, and it's whenever your brain tells you to do something, like your alarm goes off and immediately you know you're supposed to get up, but then you just press the snooze button, and instead of pressing the snooze, you count down from 5 and you just pop up. You just do what you need to do. And I didn't do that this morning. I did not. I woke up and I lay there. I didn't do my breathing exercises, didn't do no meditation, didn't play my songs, didn't play a motivational video to wake me up in the morning. I lay there and I got sleepier and sleepier and more tired. And then my brain started moving where I just feel like a failure and feel like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I just fell into that for the rest of the day, and I've just been in a mood where I can't think. Like I can't think. It's like a block of not being able to write down what I'm feeling or what I'm thinking or what I need to be doing. And I also believe that my intent of going back to school has really jacked me up, because if y'all don't know, I have something going on in my brain. Something going on up there telling me that, I can't do it. And I know that I'm smart. I know that I'm intelligent. I know that I used to be top of my class. I know that, I had, advanced classes, all that in school. That was so long ago that it's like, I just, the consistency of it all, I think it's against my routine now, and my brain is just like, it's not part of our routine. It's not what we do now, and it needs to be what I do, because, and the reason why I say it like that is because the second guessing comes along as well, where it's like, do I really need to go to school? Do I really need to get a further education? Do I really need education? And it's like, of course you need education. Of course. If I want to be a singer, I need to know about singing. If I want to be an actress, I need to know about acting. If I want to help teach children things that they need to learn, like my daughter, my son, my nephews, my nieces, like if I want to be able to teach them stuff, I need to learn that stuff for myself. So my brain is just jacked this morning, because I believe it's because my intent was thrown off, and I let that happen. I let that happen, and tomorrow is another day, and I'm trying to not fall into the emotion. Like I have to do the 5-second thing where, immediately, like whenever my brain starts telling me that stuff, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get it together, sis. I don't know, I can't do it right now. Perseverance, persistence, consistency, keeping at it, going on, continuation. These are some of the hardest things to have, to do, to be, for me. I've been watching a lot of motivational speakers, or not just motivational, just speakers that speak of growth of individuals, your potential, what you can achieve. And that's what they mostly speak of: persistence, consistency, and they speak of how we all have routines, we all have things that are a part of our norms, and we all have ways of thinking of ourselves. And when you think of yourself as a certain way, you're basically trapping yourself in a box, because that way that you think of yourself is usually just a comfortable space, or some people are just stuck in their comfortability. Like, we know the feeling of sadness, we're familiar with the feeling of failure, we're familiar with the feeling of self-doubt, we're familiar with our routine, how we do things, how we think, how we want to move. And when we are challenged against that, whenever we think of an idea that may be great, that may change our course of action, that may change our routine, our brains send an alert to our body that says don't act on it, because that's not a part of our routine, that's not a part of what we do. And so we don't act on ideas or things that may change us out of fear, because we don't know about the unknown. Like, we don't know how will this turn out? How will this make us feel? What if we fail at it? What if this doesn't happen, or this doesn't change my feelings inside? And then we build up, over time, we build up this way of adapting. And any time we try to think of a bit of improvement for ourselves, our brains shut it down, because that's not who we are. That's not what we're about. That's not a part of our routine. We can't do that. We won't do that. We refuse. So as I was saying yesterday, there's a 5-second rule. There's a 5-second rule of before your brain even shuts it down. You count down from 5, take action doing those things. And I tried that, right? I experimented that. And of course, I'm going to keep trying it. But I realized it's so true. Because yesterday, my whole energy was just off. I did not know. I didn't know who I was. I felt like I was just confused all day long. I felt like I didn't have answers to anything. I just would, when someone would ask me a simple question, like, how are you? I just would sit there with just my mouth open and not responding or trying to figure out a response, like, because I'm not fine. I'm not okay. I'm having a reaction to me doing things that I'm not used to doing. Because I did this 5-second rule, and now I was uncomfortable all day long. Just mentally uncomfortable. And I took my nephew to work with me, so it helped a little bit because he helped me be distracted. But I was just uncomfortable. And it makes me sit and wonder, like, are we supposed to be programmed to be consistent with ourselves? Humans need routines. Human needs steady things to be able to focus on, to give their attention to. And coming out of our shell continuously, like, just the thought of that exhausts me. It exhausts me because I know it's going to take a while for that to be a part of my routine. Coming out of my shell, doing something that I'm afraid to do, doing something that I have so much self-doubt over, that I have so many fears built up over. And that's what I didn't hear them talk about. They talk about, take that step to improve, do this thing, but what if your whole body reacts against it? Like, I was jacked up yesterday. And I pushed myself yesterday to keep doing it. I pushed myself to keep doing it, and I pushed myself this morning to do it. And I'm going to keep pushing myself. But damn, yesterday was uncomfortable. 14 days to break my patterns? Like, really? It's a lot. 14 days of knowing that afterwards I'll feel like crap. Now I'm thinking though, okay, so I implement the 5-second rule, right? That's a go. I also learned that, now I probably won't say this right, so forgive me. I'll link the YouTube channel or the YouTube video that I saw this in the description. I'll link it in the description. So basically, our brain produces, see, I can't even think of the words. I'm gonna have to put it in the other part. Basically, our brain produces endorphins, something like that, endorphins, and our body produces something that's like endorphins, or vice versa. Our body produces endorphins, our brain produces something else that's like it. Now, the difference, now, what those two are is kind of related to like adrenaline. Like, you get extra energy, you get extra pumped over stuff like that. Now, the difference in both of those is your brain runs out of that faster than your body does, right? So think of it as like motivation. Your brain has motivation to do something, but whenever the end goal seems hard, the idea of the end goal seems hard, we get tired. Our brain gets tired of thinking about it. We get exhausted. We don't want to do it. We stop, right? Well, your your body produces that adrenaline through the process of doing something. So whenever you get nervous, you're nervous about the process. You're nervous about something that's happened. Whenever you exercise, it pumps adrenaline. Whenever you fight, it's about the process of it all. So I learned, he said something about whenever you rely off of your brain's adrenaline, it's gonna fail. It's gonna run out. It's gonna deplete. But if you put both of them together and then rely on your body to continue the process, or when you rely on your body to get the adrenaline from the process in itself, then it won't run out, right? So if I do the 5-second rule to make myself do it in the first place, and then rely on my body to produce those things by saying, I'm enjoying this process. I'm relying on my body to do this process. It is not something that is too difficult for the process. I'm not worried about this end goal anymore. It is about the process of getting these first steps, right? It's the process. It's the process. It's the process. If I do the 5-second rule, use my body to do the process, maybe the 14 days won't be so excruciating. That's my idea, at least. Maybe if I just think about the process. There's a lot of excuses that I can make. There's a lot of what ifs and self-doubts that's just running through my brain right now with this whole thing that I just said. There's so many things that I could do to just give up. There's so many ways that I can just give up. But I only need one reason to continue. And that's my family. Why would I have a dream and just let it crash when I know I have people in my corner that are supporting me and that are relying on me to be better, to do better for myself, for my own mental state, for my own happiness? And when you have that, why would you let yourself fail on purpose? Why would I let myself fail on purpose? Now, I haven't completely. Now, maybe you're thinking, you should be doing this for you. This should be your thing. You should be doing. Yes, I will get there one day, but I'm not there yet. And I feel like a lot of times we don't start our own process because we're like, we gotta be mentally prepared. We have to have a full action plan. We have to have everything going for us. We have to have this thing straight and this thing straight, and then I'll do it. But I've come to realize that we'll never do it because we'll never be ready. We'll never be ready. We'll never be motivated enough to do the things we need to do. We'll never think of ourselves as this great, amazing person and then take the first step. I know I won't. I don't see myself that way yet. I don't see my greatness yet. Now, I may speak of it because I believe in speaking things into existence, but I don't completely 100% feel that way. I don't completely 100% feel that I'm the superhero of my own story. But maybe if I take what I already know for a fact and use that as my motivation for now, or as my consistency for now, which is my family, maybe I'll build up enough to then believe it for myself. It's about the process. I'm enjoying the process. I'm enjoying the process. It's about the process. process. Life is meant to be a challenge. It's meant to be complicated. It's meant to be difficult. But it's truly about you working through that difficulty. And the difficulty is there for you to grow. It's there for you to learn. It's there for you to understand. If you go through stuff, if you don't go through anything in life, you won't know anything. And that's just how it is. You have to learn to become the person you're supposed to be. You have to go through things to learn what you need to learn to understand the process. So guys, y'all know that I will be posting this tomorrow, 6 p.m. It's probably going to be a little bit boring. Sis is just on a weird wave today. She's on a weird wave, okay? And it is alright, because I will still 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 push through it, all of it, okay? Hi.